Well, hello, I'm HOTHEMAN, and as always, I'm
Hi there, I'm EarthToLydia.
What is the word I
What
am
happened?
What is the word I am looking for? Well, hello, I'm HOTHEMAN, and as always, I'd like to introduce EarthToLydia.
Hey.
And also, we have a guest, KillinPixel.
Hi.
This week's episode is Thanksgiving.
Giving, gone. Okay, yeah, we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving. Personally, I don't know about you, Kev. I don't know an awful lot about Thanksgiving, obviously, because it's not something that we celebrate each year over here.
We celebrate Black Friday.
Yeah, we celebrate Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but other than that, I know next to nothing about Thanksgiving. Yeah, where does it actually come from?
Well, everybody knows like Black Friday. I mean, come on. But what do you guys know about Thanksgiving? Like, tell me what you know, and I'll try to fill in those gaps.
I know there's a turkey involved. Family and giving thanks. I don't know what giving thanks is though. Like
Saying what you're thankful for. Of what I've learned from Roseanne is you play American football or football. You eat a big meal and you say what you're thankful of, and then there's usually a fight. They make it up by the end of the episode, and it's all good till the next year's episode. But then I'm looking forward to Christmas episode, and they're always good, Roseanne. But I rather the Halloween episodes. They're brilliant.
Most of that's generally correct. I mean, of course, we have a big meal, which usually involves a turkey. My family does a ham. So it's either turkey or ham. Usually friends, family, just a huge meal where you eat until you all fall asleep on the couch and nobody really cares while watching football. That's pretty much how it goes.
Do you actually say before you eat, I'm thankful for this?
It kind of depends on your family, because in my family we don't. Like we have food and we talk and we're like, yeah, this is how stuff's been going. It's awesome. And then we watch, football and fall asleep.
Let's not bring up a problem.
is that more of a religious thing? The saying what you're thankful for?
Is that not just more traditional? I was guessing it was traditional kind of thing.
It kind of is. It kind of depends on family to family, because there's some families that do that. That's just their tradition to go around and be like, what are you thankful for? And other families, they don't really do it. They just say grace and then, on with the gluttony.
So where did the Thanksgiving come from?
Okay. I'm trying to remember back to middle school here, so if some of this is sketchy, I'm sorry. When the Pilgrims came over, they didn't really know about, the harsh American winters, so they didn't really have enough food to feed everyone, and the Native Americans, the Indians came over and provided them with corn and other food, and they had a big fall feast, and everything was happy, and they helped the Pilgrims make it through the winter. That is the happy kind of grade school version that I remember.
The wholesome version.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Is there a more darker kind of version of that story?
There's probably a more truthful version.
The Brothers Grimm version.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if the Indians actually helped us through the winter. They may have. I don't really know because I don't remember. But I do know that we ended up slaughtering them, so
Oh man, okay, yeah, that took a dark turn. It really is like something out of a Brothers Grimm story.
Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of the settlers would, of course, trade with the Indians, and they didn't really understand them, and they were thought to be savages. And, of course, they tried to convert them to Christianity because, that's what Christians do. And when they wouldn't, they just decided to, kind of kill some of them, and plus they brought smallpox over, which also killed a large population because they had no immunities to this disease, and
oh man,
yay Thanksgiving.
Just to change the point a little bit, and I'm going to go back to what you're talking about. Today I got an old gentleman knocking on my door, and he gave me a pamphlet saying, what does God think of war? And the pamphlet, I wish I haven't read yet, and I probably will, talks about what God originally thought of war in the past and what he thinks of war right now. And can I hand you these pamphlets? Yeah. Can I come back and talk to you next week? Yeah.
That's when you don't know when to say no.
That's when you don't want to say, I don't believe in God and get off my property.
You see, one side of my family were actually raised as Jehovah's Witnesses.
Really?
Yeah.
Pixel, question for you. You were just saying Indian. Is that because for all of us Europeans, we are taught Native American is the correct saying. Do actual Native Americans or Indians give a shit about that?
Technically, the correct term would be Native Americans. It's a case by case kind of thing, because some people don't care if you call them Indians. They're like, whatever. Other people get horribly offended, like, no, we're Native Americans. It's just like here, if you called someone African American or black, it depends on case to case of how they perceive it, if they think it's offensive or whatever. So technical correct term would be to call them Native Americans.
I believe, didn't the term Indians in use for Native American, I could be completely wrong in this, but I heard that actually stemmed from Christopher Columbus setting out and originally looking for India, and he came across America and the Native Americans and just made a complete mess up, and that's how that terminology came about. That could be completely wrong.
It sounds good, because I have no idea. Sounds good, though. Very plausible.
I've heard people, Inuits. I can't even remember the other name for them.
Eskimos.
Eskimos. I heard Eskimos think the idea of calling them Inuits is just some weird Western society thing. They don't care.
Probably.
Again, it's probably case by case, or I'm going to have to look up the facts because I heard it on QI.
Oh God, I love QI.
Oh, good.
I've only seen QI like 3 times in my whole life.
Get out of this call right now.
Oh.
How dare you say anything bad? Did you not like it?
I've not said anything bad about it. I've literally only seen it about 3 times, though.
I get defended when it comes to Stephen Fry. He's just an awesome guy.
That's kind of why I watch it. So I'm like, oh, Stephen Fry, yeah. And then I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
You know, this season is his last season.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. It's been taken over by, I can't remember, Sandy Tokvich or something.
I used to go to college with a guy who looked just like Stephen Fry. Spitting image, complete and utter spitting image, only he's about 18 years old.
No way gonna be his son.
No. Not in any way, shape, or form. But he was really clever, like he was heading up for Oxford and Cambridge. Very smart guy.
It's the younger doppelganger.
Yes.
There you go.
Yep.
The younger one.
Didn't Stephen Fry get married recently, or isn't he due to get married soon?
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Legit, I don't know if you've ever seen the show. Never mind the Buzzcocks.
Yes.
Last season was last year.
What? The last ever season?
Yeah, I only found out today.
Seriously?
Yeah, 26 seasons.
I genuinely thought that show was never going to end. Do you get Never Mind the Buzzcocks in America?
I haven't heard of it. I'll have to look for it because I'm weird and I watch a lot of British TV because I don't really like American TV.
Pixel's the one who told me this. BBC America has ads, Lydia.
Oh
yeah, like all American TV has ads. So of course BBC America, they have ads too. And it's during programming, so we have commercial breaks.
Yeah.
So for all American viewers, just to let you know, in the BBC in England is no ads because it's funded by the state.
See, we have a channel like PBS, which is our like free public broadcasting station that broadcasts free TV pretty much.
They do funding, don't they?
Yeah, but they get funded by viewers. So viewers can call in and donate, and they do donate rallies and whatever. But they also do programming without commercial breaks.
In Ireland, it's the RTE, and you have to, if you have a TV, you have to pay a TV license. But RTE over here has ads. So if you have a TV and it has no, like I have a TV and there's no pipe to it, I still had to pay TV license for having the TV.
Yeah, no, we don't have to do that. We just, you buy your TV, you get your TV. But then you have to pay for, if you want cable, you pay for, cable. You can get basic channels, but I think you have to buy a special box to get them because we can't do antennas anymore because reasons. I don't know why.
In Ireland, you can get a box and it's a one-off payment, and then you just get, I think, like 20 odd stations.
You get the local stations, so you'll get your local town news or whatever, and then PBS, and that's pretty much it.
There's not necessarily a different channel for each, local station as such. No, we do have regional versions of the exact same TV channel, though.
Yeah, you have BBC Scotland,
BBC Wales. Yeah, it's the same with like radios and stuff. They're not based to one specific area. Well, there are some very, very small, lesser-known ones, but the big ones like BBC Radio and stuff like that, they will have a general one, which is broadcast nationwide, and then they'll have the regional ones for like BBC Cymru, BBC Tameside, stuff like that.
Ours are usually like state by state and sometimes city by city. So like Indiana, Ohio, Illinois...
Ohio,
Oklahoma, Texas, all of them, they all have their own TV stations. And then depending on where you live in the state, Like, I think if you lived in Austin, Texas, you'd have your local Austin stations, and then Dallas has their own stations, and then, it kind of goes on like that.
Yeah. I remember I had a friend from down south. He came up a couple of hours drive, and we were just walking around, and I was talking to one of my friends that's actually from up here. And we were talking about a local radio station that they play all the time at work. I was like, oh, they're listening to Key 103 again. And my friend from down south, he was like, what is Key 103? What is that? Why is that? What is that? To explain it to me, I was like, it's local radio. And this guy works in the music industry, so I was just sort of like, you should know this. They do local radios.
Yeah, we kind of have the same thing with radio stations. Like, you'll have your local town radio stations, and those usually go by town by town.
Yeah.
Pixel, can you describe the madness of Black Friday sales?
Oh, gosh.
And why is it called Black Friday, if you know?
It's called Black Friday because that's usually when retailers go from red to black, so that's when they make their money. So they go from, negative to positive. You're in the black.
Oh, I see.
That makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's more of an accounting thing where you go from negative red to black, which is positive.
We actually, it's obviously purely because of the internet, but we adopted the Black Friday thing over here a couple of years ago, and it's just
Ireland's only about a year or two
yeah,
ago. Some of the stores.
That's why I said a couple. Yeah, no, we had.
No, but I'm sure England was being longer.
No, it's literally only been about 2 years. I think it started on our smaller websites over here, and then the bigger stores like Asda and such, like huge.
I love the way you say your bigger stores. Asda.
Well, that is one of the biggest supermarkets. What do you want me to say? Like Aldi and Lidl and Netto? Those kinds?
I'm literally got. I actually thought you said Argos.
No.
I just went to Aldi. God, I love Aldi.
Aldi's great. Oh, I love Aldi.
I love them so much. I actually live not very far from one.
Really? Oh, I have one on my road. It's amazing.
I go there a lot.
I'm 2 minutes away from one. And
I just went and bought a ton of Christmas food.
So what are you going to be shopping next Friday? Will you be...
Oh God, no. Okay, Black Friday in America is pandemonium. All of the stores, even the 24-hour ones, have special hours where they start their sales early in the morning. Like, I'm just gonna pick a store like Walmart. Everybody knows what Walmart is.
Yes.
But they just a huge retailer. They do groceries and home items and stuff.
We all know what Walmart is.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were waiting
making sure. Just making sure. But anyways, they will start special sales. Their times vary, but usually maybe around 4 in the morning. They get huge amounts of product out and put them in the middle of the aisles. They even keep it wrapped up because they unwrap deals at different times.
Oh.
So it can start around like 3 or 4 in the morning, and they'll start their first set of sales and be like, this is on sale, and people will literally just swarm to it like zombies, and it'll be gone.
Oh, man.
And then they start the next one, and there's massive security that they bring in because people have been known to get into fights and threaten each other. And I've gone to like maybe a couple Black Friday sales and was like, no, because they're trying to kill me.
Yeah, it's a similar thing over here.
What are these sales? What are the sales? What can it be up to? Like, would it ever be up like 90% off?
I would say so. Yeah, it's just crazy deals. Like they'll be like, we have TVs, and you can get a flat screen 32-inch for like I don't know, maybe $200 or something like that, a cheaper price than what it sells for now, and people go freaking mad and will dash there to get as many as they can because usually there's no limit on how many you can buy of one product.
Oh, man.
So if you wanted like to buy 6 TVs, you could go buy 6 TVs. And then usually they'll end up on like eBay or Craigslist for another price to try to make a profit.
We have the reason that I mentioned Asda before is because I heard on the radio just last week that they are actually banning Black Friday this year because it only got adopted in major stores like last year, I think, and it got so intense that the fights were just unreal. The people, literally every single square inch of the store is just completely flooded with people on the cashier, like they can't handle it. It's awful, and I imagine it's only 10 times worse over there, but it was horrific over here.
People will camp out. Like they will cut Thanksgiving short to go wait in lines for places like they'll wait inside the store of Walmart because they have the store open, but they'll wait in lines outside of malls and Toys R Us and any retailer that is not currently open. They will camp out in front of the store until they unlock the doors because they want to be first in there because sometimes they have like first come first serve customer deals. Like if you're the first 100 people in the door, you get something special. I don't know what.
Oh gosh.
That was a surprise.
But there's fights. I think someone may have even been trampled at one point trying to get into like a mall or something. It's horrifying. And it's one of those like, why do we do this just so you can get cheap stuff to give to your, kids on Christmas, which is supposed to be, I guess, a happy religious holiday.
Half of the stuff leaves the store broken. All the TVs have the screens punched in.
It's just, I guess I don't really get it. I'll do Cyber Monday, but that's because I can sit in front of my computer and not have to deal with anyone. I don't have to worry about someone punching me in the face for, some Legos or something.
I don't know if, Kev, I don't know if you had a similar thing last year, but because it only really started last year in stores, like I said before, all the news teams were broadcasting it, and the people were literally, they'd grab a product and somebody else would grab it at the same time, and you just see these people like fighting over the same thing, like literally trying to claw it out of each other's hands, rolling around on the floor, sort of thing. Aggression.
I think you're watching the wrong website.
Aggression. No, that was on the news, okay? That was the ITV news.
I think you're watching something to believe.
If you check American news sites after Black Friday, you'll probably find some stories about people getting beaten for something or something getting stolen from someone. Like just check CNN at some point, or
Oh jeez.
Any newsreel that comes from America, you'll see something. It's gotten so out of control that it's almost taken over Thanksgiving. Yeah. Like people just rush through it because they're like, all right, I gotta leave here by 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or whatever, so I can go stand in line for 6 hours till I can get inside of Toys R Us. Like, I remember when I was a kid around Thanksgiving, Black Friday wasn't a huge deal, but it was still kind of, oh, we can go and get stuff kind of cheaper, and we'll do that. But it seems now that it's gotten a lot bigger, and it's definitely starting to bleed into Thanksgiving.
I think maybe it's because products are getting so expensive now, like smartphones and things like that.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Because, I like...
Ooh. Oh, the timer's gone off. Oh, that's a great way to finish a conversation with a timer, like a freaking huge alarm.
That timer, I can't remember what you were talking
about. Yeah, no, that's the sound of an Apple phone, which you can get half price on Black Friday. But
really?
Oh, I'm sure you can. Actually.
More than likely. And any of your repairs for if somebody smashes yours out of your hand.
Just don't open the news and drop it like that guy did.
That was our Thanksgiving special for Off Topic. Thank you very much to KillinPixels for being on the show, because it was a lot of fun.
You're welcome.
And we learnt a lot. We learnt a hell of a lot. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I would just like to thank my lovely host, as always, EarthToLydia, and our lovely guest, KillinPixel. Check her channel out in the description below. Till next time, I've been HOTHEMAN, and HOTHEMAN. Till next time, take care. Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.